Kick off your week by installing your game plan. Kick your season off by starting your first game.
Seclorum, e pluribus unum. They changing climates and replacing humans and fracking soils while bulldozing forests, but they can't defeat us. They could not destroy us.
Are we dreaming the same dream of money, guns, and gasoline?
For the average team, CFOs are after cream. GMOs.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It's opening.
Miller, the lone setback. Osweiler, right side, caught Fedorowicz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
How about the timing on that one? Well, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Now Osweiler on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
Second down following the incompletion.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Osweiler, and to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. A gain of 6 there on first.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if he's finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Throwing again, Osweiler. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Now Pat O'Donnell, the third-year man from Miami, to kick it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans take possession. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 10. It's Osweiler again. Setting up the screen for Miller.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still second down.
And they're pushed back after the penalty. Still second down. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded inside the 5. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now out comes Houston. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them. The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just... Shot him.
And he's brought down after a good gain. But they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. The Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Miller, the lone setback. Now Osweiler. Wide open receiver complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Again, Osweiler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 10 yards to go on third. Play action. Now Osweiler. He's got time. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Fedorowicz, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans are in. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. Oh, the spin. So we've reached halftime here on...
Yeah, that's perfect. 2, Davis, deep.
I gotta go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the third quarter. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play? The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Now it's Osweiler. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, a little 360. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Second and 10 now. Osweiler over the middle, and it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll make it third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And finding Fedorowicz. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Second down here after the incomplete pass. To throw again is Osweiler. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That goes for a gain of 31. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the lock.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Adrian Amos with a pick and a big turn. And now out comes Houston. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now?
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Brock Osweiler now heading out there to get set to go here on offense. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up and they tend to play well.
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now it's Osweiler, and his throw here's incomplete. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Osweiler will throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. On first down, Osweiler. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Hey, Grandma. I'm sick.
The There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield.
Guess what
You can
subscribers
pick
I
up the
have?
big chunks and strike
How
like
many?
that, have explosive
Okay, here
plays.
I am.
That's often the difference in winning and
How
losing.
many?
Those types of plays that can knock a
seriously,
defense
okay.
off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
How many?
C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Evan,
I know tight ends love
What?
this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block
my
first
sister has been
and
on
get a little
in
bit of
9 days
space and
ago.
then come across the middle because
What?
in their mind, they're thinking catch the
My
ball
sister has
and then
last
drop the
online
hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
online
Unable
9
to drop
days
the hammer,
ago.
he just dropped
Me?
the pass. Now
No.
Osweiler, he's going to loft one deep left side here.
My sister.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, partner, I think the defensive
What
fellas got the
do you
memo,
do? What you
and they
do?
decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've
What,
had that much
Mr.
success,
Nightmare?
finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
So they took a shot there on third
Oh,
down,
yes.
couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
GTA 5. Guess how much subscribers I have?
Here's
How
Pat
many?
Donald now, as he's
18.
on.
I only have 2.
I'm about to have 20. I'm trying to get ready, so that's why I'm making a
He's
video.
averaging just under
So I
50
really
yards a
wanna
punt as he
hit
gets this
20
away.
today.
And we'll see what he can do on the return.
Or tomorrow, at least. 'Cause I
So
won't be at school
possession
tomorrow
goes over
either.
here on the punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front.
What games
The
do you
motivational
have?
speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys.
I definitely know the game that you're
Let's
not.
go do it on
The
this
game that
drive.
you're playing, I don't know.
Watch that leverage on this
Yeah,
drive. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Want to play Minecraft?
To throw is Osweiler.
Sure,
And
just
for
do
a
it
big
back
play
there.
through the air on second down, couldn't connect.
I'm
Now it's
not sure if my mom is done on the
third. So
phone.
incomplete on second
Oh,
down. Now
I'll
they'll
cut the
look to
game.
convert here on third.
When you've got guys who can flat out run, sometimes all you say in the huddle is go. They ran the fly route.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Oh, Osweiler going to throw it. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Slot man moves right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense. Still second down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now it's Osweiler. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he returns it here. And partner, this first...
Take this